Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to Lesson 10.6, Problem Solving, Customary and Metric Conversions. Please pause to write the lesson number and title in your notebook. Today's objective is to solve problems about customary and metric conversions using the strategy Make a Table. Please pause to write the lesson objective in your notebook. Let's begin by reading the Unlock the Problem. Aaron is making fruit punch for a family reunion. He needs to make 120 cups of punch. If he wants to store the fruit punch in gallon-sized containers, how many gallon containers will Aaron need? Use the graphic organizer below to help you solve the problem. Let's think about what we already know, and that will help us fill in the boxes below. We know that he needs to make 120 cups, and that he wants to then store his punch in gallon-sized containers. So our question at the end is, how many gallon containers will Aaron need? And that's what we are trying to find. We need to find how many gallon containers he needs. Okay, the information that we need to use is that we need to know that he is making 120 cups, and we also need to know how many cups are in 1 gallon. So if we look up here to this conversion chart, 1 gallon, and then we go all the way across to cups. So 1 gallon equals 16 cups. And the way that we are going to use this information is that we are going to make a table to show the relationship between the number of cups and the number of gallons. Make sure you have this written down. My table is on the next slide. All right, solve the problem. We know that there are 16 cups in 1 gallon. So that must mean that each cup is 1/16 of a gallon. And in order to figure out 1 cup, we could call 1 cup 1 times 1/16, which would give us 1/16. We could also say that 2 cups is 2 times 1/16, which would give us 2/16. 3 times 1/16 would give us 3/16. 4 times 1/16 would give us 4/16. But those aren't in simplest form, so that's why we have these 1/8 and 1/4. So in order to figure out 120, we would need to multiply by 1/16. If we have 120 times 1/16, remember that 120 has invisible 1 underneath it. So this would be 120/16, but that's not in simplest form. So let's divide to put it in simplest form. 120 divided by 16. Well, 16 doesn't go into 1, and it doesn't go into 12, but it does go into 120. It goes in 7 times. Let's multiply to show that work. 16 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 gives us 112. If we subtract 2 minus 0, we can't do, but 10 minus 2 is 8, and then everything else cancels out. So that gives us 7 as our whole number, with 8 out of 16 left. Or we could call that 7 1/2. So that must mean that Aaron needs 8, notice I said 8 gallon containers, because if he has 7, he's going to have half a gallon left over. So we need to round up. He needs 8-gallon containers to store all of his punch. But then we have a question. Will all of the gallon containers be filled? Well, no, because the last container will only be half full. The 8th container will be half full. Great job, 5th graders. Let's keep going. All right, 5th graders, today's lesson activity is the test prep question. It is question number 9. It is all the way on the very back page. It says, Tony needs 16-inch long pieces of gold chain to make 3 necklaces. He has a piece of gold chain that is 4.5 feet long. How much chain will he have left after making the necklaces? So he needs 16-inch long pieces of chain to make 3 necklaces. So let's start out by multiplying those things. So 16 times 3. So 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So this is 48 inches is what he needs. He has 4.5 feet. So let's make 4.5 feet into inches so that we could decide what we're going to do. So 4.5 feet, well, we know that 4 times 12 is going to give us how many inches in the whole feet. So 4 times 12 is 48. Plus we have 6 extra inches from our half of a foot. And if a whole foot is 12 inches, then half of a foot would be 6 inches. So add your 6. So 8 plus 6 is 14. So that gives us 54 inches. So if he has 54 inches and he uses 48 inches, how much chain will he have left? Go ahead and finish the problem, and we'll discuss tomorrow at the teacher table. Great job, 5th graders.